Welcome back, everybody, to the live webinar here at BINA. On the subject and question, is Judaism open-minded? On Monday, we discussed the issue or question that is Judaism an elite religion who looks down on everybody else at some sort of subhuman level? We explained that being special doesn't mean better. It means different and unique. We have a special and unique mission to bring God into this world through keeping His 613 commandments. This is why we are also entrusted with a special divine spark in our soul, known as our godly soul. Together with that, of course, and actually precisely because of that, we have to treat every single human being with respect and dignity. We brought an example from the great sage Rabbi Levi ben Zakkai, who would greet every single human being, whether Jewish or non-Jewish, before they would greet him, and he prided himself that his entire life nobody ever said hello to him before he said hello to them. Today, let's speak about making sure that we fulfill our unique mission and how we preserve our uniqueness. On Monday, we asked the question, are we brainwashing our children by teaching them the Jewish way and only the Jewish way? Maybe we should teach them about all religions. Maybe we should put all the options on the table and say, you think about it. You decide what you should believe in. You choose your path in life. You decide how you would like to live your life. Is this that we only teach our children one way of life, to be Jewish? Is that brainwashing? Is that damaging them? Is that hiding them from exploring all the other options and not giving them their own choice in how they want to live their lives? Before we answer that question, we need to delve a little bit deeper into the Jewish perspective in other beliefs. Till now, we have been talking about other people, as human beings. How we need to respect every single human being, regardless of what religion they belong to. How about the actual beliefs? Is there any room for any other beliefs besides for Jewish beliefs? Are even non-Jews, according to Jewish law, allowed to believe the things that they believe in? The first of the 7 Noahide laws, which we spoke about on Monday, which is a universal moral code for all of mankind, is that every single human being needs to believe in God. They don't need to be Jewish. They don't have to practice the Jewish religion, but they need to believe in God. They need to believe in the Creator of heaven and earth. Because if not for that belief, the rest of the 6 Noahide laws, which basically set out the basic moral code for a normal human being, not to kill, not to steal, etc., can eventually fall away. Because without believing in one Creator of the heaven and earth, and that Creator set down what is moral and what is immoral, what is bad and what is good, then if you leave that up to human intellect and human feeling, who knows where that can go? Someone can convince themselves that what is indeed immoral is actually moral and what's moral is immoral. Therefore, first and foremost, every human being needs to believe in the Creator of heaven and earth, who set down one universal moral code for all of mankind. That is essential. That is why idol worship, pagan worship, according to Torah law, is forbidden for everybody. Everybody needs to believe in a Creator, in God who created the heaven and earth. However, according to many halachic authorities, a non-Jew is allowed to believe in what we call shituf. The Hebrew word is shituf, which is translated as partnership. Which means, in other words, that they can believe in God, but together with other powers, He runs the world. They are allowed to believe that obviously God is the highest authority, but He does give other things or even people powers, godly powers, to run the world. Although this what I'm about to say is disputed amongst authorities, but there are many authorities that hold that Christianity will go under that category. The Trinity that they believe in goes under the category of shituf, of partnership, that they believe in a God, but together with somebody else. In other words, if you take that view, there is nothing wrong, even in a Jewish perspective, for a non-Jew to be a Christian. The Ramah, Rav Moshe Isserlish, who wrote the footnotes on the Jewish Code of Law, one of the greatest of the Ashkenazi halachic authorities, says that a person, a Jew, is allowed to do business with a Christian, even though in those days, part of doing business would be to take an oath in the name of God. Let's say to take an oath that everything was done in an honest way. And he says that you're allowed to do this even though this person will take an oath in the name of God together with somebody else. And he says, aren't you causing somebody else to do something wrong? But he says no, because the non-Jew is actually not doing anything wrong, because they are allowed to believe in shituf, in partnership, that God, together with other powers, runs the world. For Jews, however, we must believe only in one God, and that's it. He is the only power, He is the only authority that runs the world. To even remotely believe in any other power besides for God, for a Jew, even to walk into a place which worships in such a way, is forbidden for a Jew. Why? Because as we said before, we have a unique mission to bring awareness of the one true God in the world, and therefore we must make sure that we are always in a conducive atmosphere to fulfill that mission. Islam, interestingly, according to most authorities, is actually, in terms of believing in God, is actually closer to the Jewish belief. It is considered monotheism because they believe also in only one God. Therefore, actually, interestingly enough, it is more halachically acceptable to walk into a mosque, an Islamic place of worship, than to walk into a church, a Christian place of worship, halachically, for a Jew. Obviously, however, a Jew is not allowed to believe in their religion or in their prophet. We have to believe in our God, in our Torah, and in our prophet, who is Moshe Rabbeinu, who gave us the Torah, the divine law from the one true God. So to summarize, according to many authorities, it is permissible, it is permitted for a Christian to be, for a non-Jew to be a Christian, or a non-Jew to be a Muslim. However, for a Jew, obviously, a Jew has to be a Jew. A Jew has to believe in the one God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to believe in our prophet, Moshe Rabbeinu, who gave us our Torah, the commandments which we keep. This is all true regarding the belief in God. But this is even more true perhaps when it comes to the actual commandments, the 613 commandments. For a Jew, non-kosher food is harmful, spiritually. For a non-Jew, it isn't. Shabbat, for a Jew, is spiritual. It enhances his life spiritually. For a non-Jew, not necessarily. Because again, we have a unique mission. We need all these mitzvahs to fulfill and to fulfill our mission, to reveal God in the world, and we need to stay away from averos, from these transgressions, in order that it shouldn't harm our mission. It shouldn't harm our mission spiritually. On the other hand, for a non-Jew that doesn't apply, because for his mission, which as we described on Monday, to perfect the world, to make it a moral place, most of the mitzvahs are not needed for that, besides for the 7 Noahide laws, which is again the basic moral code for all mankind. So let's think to ourselves for a second. I have a child who was born Jewish. He has a unique and special mission to reveal God in this world. He can only do that, he or she can only do that by sticking to the strict guidelines of the Torah and having the belief in one God. If we teach our children to go in that way, is that brainwashing or is that protecting them? It's like, for example, let's say I have a child who is allergic to nuts. Not every single child, not every single person is allergic to nuts. And someone who isn't, nuts can be very good, no problem. But if you have a child who is allergic to nuts, what will you do? Would you try to keep him or her away from nuts? Or will you dangle the nut in front of the child and try to tempt the child and giving him the choice. Do you want to partake in this? Yeah, it might not be good for you, but you have a full choice to do it. Will you try and explain to the child the nutrition benefits that he or she might get from eating these nuts? Of course you won't. You will try and protect your child because it is harmful for the child to eat these nuts. A Jewish child, and the same thing goes for, let's say you have a child who is talented in a specific area. You will do everything you can to ensure you will take time, let's say, out of school, even to do extra learning, to try and enhance, to try to bring out that child's unique talents. That's not damaging to the child. That is helping the child reach his or her fullest potential. A Jewish child is allergic to certain things. Certain things enhance their spiritual health. Certain things damage their spiritual health. That is not brainwashing. That is bringing up a generation that will fulfill its unique mission, its unique Jewish mission in revealing God in the world, revealing the truth of God throughout the entire world through learning His Torah and keeping His mitzvot. Have a good day.